If you are in New York or New Jersey right now, or you've been thinking about leaving, and South Carolina keeps coming up on your research, this video is specifically for you. My name is Elizabeth McCarthy. I am a lifestyle and relocation realtor with EXP Realty here in the Upstate South Carolina. I work with buyers making exactly this move from the Northeast down to the Upstate, more than almost any other relocation. And there are things I want to tell you that most people in this region will not say out loud, because I believe that going into this with honest, complete information is what makes a difference between a move you love and a move you can regret. So if you're in the serious planning phase, or even though we have been talking about this for 3 years and you still haven't pulled that trigger, this video is exactly where you need to start. Let's go. Let me start with the financial picture, because this is almost always the thing that moves people from someday to soon. Let's talk property taxes first. New Jersey averages effective property tax rate 2.2%, among the highest in the nation. New York, Westchester, Long Island rates often 2.5 to 3% on assessed value. South Carolina primary residence assessment ratio 4% of market value, not 4% tax rate. Real example, a $500,000 home in New Jersey, $11,000 to $15,000 a year in property taxes. Same $500,000 home in Spartanburg County as a primary residence, $2,200 to $3,200 a year. That is an annual savings of $8,000 to $12,000 every single year for the rest of your life. Read those numbers again. This is not a rounding error. That is a structural difference in how these two states treat property ownership, and it compounds every year you stay. Let's talk about the state income tax. What does South Carolina do for retirees? Social Security income is 100% exempt from South Carolina state income tax. Retirement income like IRA, 401k pension is up to $15,000 per person deductible. Married couple up to $30,000 in retirement income potentially excluded from state tax. Military retirement income fully exempt, and South Carolina top marginal rate lower than New York, lower than New Jersey, and actively being reduced by legislation. For a couple retiring with Social Security plus retirement account distributions, the South Carolina tax environment can represent tens of thousands of dollars of annual savings compared to staying in New York or New Jersey. I am not a tax advisor, and I always recommend working with the CPA who knows South Carolina law, but the headline is real and it does matter. Let's look at this 20-year picture. A couple saving $10,000 per year in combined property and income taxes over a 20-year retirement retains an additional $200,000 in their pocket. Same lifestyle, different state. Fundamentally different financial outcome. I do want to pause here because I know that a lot of you, those numbers just reorganize something for you. And if you want to go deeper into that cost of living comparison, full property tax breakdown, exactly what your budget does in this market, I have a free Upstate South Carolina relocation guide linked right below this video. It covers all of this and a lot more, and is built specifically for out-of-state buyers in your exact position. completely free. The link is in the description below. Grab it now and let's keep going, because the financial picture is only about half of what I have to tell you today. Now, I want to talk about the part that most real estate videos completely skip over. And it is actually the part that determines whether people who make this move love it or struggle with it. The culture here is different. And I say this with complete respect and genuine affection for both sides, because I have watched hundreds of Northeast transplants make this move, and the ones who thrive are almost always the ones who came in knowing what to expect, rather than assuming it would feel like New Jersey or New Jersey with better weather. The community at large is just different here. You will find people warmer. They will wave at you. They will ask how you are at the checkout line. And your neighbors will definitely introduce themselves. And it's not about this performance. It's the culture here. The faith community here is a larger part of the social fabric here, more than in the Northeastern metros. If that is a part of your world, you will find incredible community immediately. If not, there are still warm and welcoming social circles, but the landscape does look different from what you are used to. Know that going in. And one more thing that comes up more than you might expect: food. Southern food here has its own identity, and it is wonderful. But if authentic pizza, real bagels, or something specific to that region are part of your experience home, those things exist here in pockets, but are not around every corner. I have had clients for whom this was a genuine consideration. And I mention it not to dissuade you, but because the people who plan for it adjust faster than the people who are surprised by it. Here is the practical checklist. Things that I walk every Northeast relocation client through before they move. First, do not buy remotely without spending at least 3 to 4 days here in person. Drive the communities you are considering at different times of the day. Eat at local spots and talk to people. Let the environment settle into you rather than just a spreadsheet. I offer guided trips and experiences for exactly this. Next thing, get pre-approved with a South Carolina-based lender who understands relocation transactions, simultaneous timelines, meaning you are selling in one state and buying in another. The wrong lender makes this complicated. The right one makes it smooth. And after you move, file your legal residence application with your county assessor's office as soon as possible after that closing. This is how you lock in that 4% primary residence assessment ratio for your property taxes. Missing this window means paying at the higher rate for a full tax cycle. Do not skip this step. Register your vehicles and get your South Carolina driver's license within 90 days of establishing residency. Update your voter registration if you would like, and if you have an estate plan or will, update it to reflect South Carolina law. The rules different from New York and New Jersey. I want to say one more thing before I do give you those next steps, because I think it is the most important thing I can tell somebody who is on the edge of making this decision. The adjustment period is real, and moving from the Northeast to a southern small town is a genuine transition. And the first 3 to 6 months can feel uncertain. You are building a new community, learning new rhythms, and adjusting to a new pace. That disorientation is normal, and it does not mean you made the wrong choice. What I know from watching this happen over and over again, The people who give it at least those 6 months, who stay curious and open and willing to let the place show them what it is, they are almost without exception glad that they did it. The clients who call me after that year move do not tell me that they miss New York or New Jersey. They tell me they wish they would have come sooner. That is the pattern. It is consistent, and I want you to hold onto it when that adjustment feels hard. If you are in those Northeast states right now and South Carolina has been living in the back of your mind, I want you to know that what you're imagining is real. The slower pace, the financial relief, the community, the land, the life that feels like yours. It is here and accessible. Do not have to wait for the perfect moment. You do not have to have it all figured out before you start. You just have to take the next step. The first step, if you haven't already, grab that free Upstate South Carolina relocation guide from the description link below. It was built specifically for buyers making this exact move from the Northeast into the Upstate. Property taxes, cost of living, community guides, the buying process as an out-of-state buyer, it is all there, completely free. Link is below. Step 2, reach out directly to me for that discovery call. My name is Elizabeth McCarthy. I am that lifestyle and relocation realtor with EXP Realty here in the Upstate South Carolina. I specialize in buyers making exactly this move from New York, from New Jersey, from all over that Northeast. And I walked this path with enough people to know how to make it feel clear instead of overwhelming. We'll start with that vision, where you're coming from, what you're imagining, what your timeline looks like. And I will give you my honest read on where in the Upstate that vision lives and what path to getting there actually looks like. There is no cost, no pressure, no obligation, just a real conversation. My booking link is right below this video. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, where in New York or New Jersey are you moving from? And where is that biggest thing holding you back from making this move? I do read each comment and I respond as fast as I can. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.